All right, Shalom. Once again, all praise is going on. It goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kwadash, the blessings of the apostles and elders of great millstone. There's always peace and blessings to the elect. I have an article here from blacklistednews.com. And this is actually shared by a brother in the camp. And Spirit, hit me to do a video on it. I was meditating on it, and this here is going to be dealing with the mark of the beast, and the technology of the mark of the beast, and basically what is going on with the current state of the world and where currency is going. Because when you go into the scriptures dealing with the mark of the beast, which we understand in all sincerity and truth that it is indeed the implantable microchip, the main description dealing with the mark of the beast in the scriptures is buying and selling. Okay, and the buying and selling aspect of the microchip moves the use of dollar bills as currency. It moves it away from that towards digital payments, which we're dealing with microchip. That's basically what the capabilities be, digital payments. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna get into with this article. And his headline: retailers rejecting customers' cash as more ban paper money. Okay, and more of these different countries and cities and nations around the world are doing away with using actual dollar bills as and cash as payments, and they're moving towards more digital payments, such as using your smartphone or using the microchip implant. Okay, which will soon be mandatory around the world, especially here in America. Okay, so it says here, your cash is not wanted here. A growing number of retailers and restaurants throughout the U.S. and U.K. are telling customers, but are reasons being given by companies for the new cashless approach, speed, efficiency, and the safety of store employees valid enough to require something as utterly and downright un-American as rejecting cash? And that's the problem with you Israelites out here. I'm gonna say that, you Israelite groups. You're too used to this American society. You look at cash and this you look at these things as a way of just another means of buying and selling. When you look at the scriptures and the prophecy, know what? I'm gonna get it, all right? Because you can never read this prophecy and this scripture enough, all right? The mark of the beast is exactly dealing with just that. The world is moving towards a cashless approach, okay? And by you not pushing the microchip as the mark of the beast, it shows that you're with the trend. You're with the trend. Okay? You're with this American society. All right? So let me read the prophecy. And this is Revelation 13, and the main point is in 16 and 17. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which the word mark, when you look it up in the Greek, is charagma, which would mean something engraven or cut into. And in order for you to put the microchip, you have to cut it into your hand. So because it says here that the mark is going to go in their right hand or in their foreheads. If you're going to put anything in your hand, you got to cut into it. So that's what the word mark means when you look it up in the Greek. Okay? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, has everything to do with payments. Okay? Mainly digital payments. All right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So it's going to get to a point where unless you're locked into the system and you have the actual mark, which is the implantable microchip, you're not going to be able to do anything. Buy or sell a house, buy or sell food, buy or sell clothes, water, anything, man. Okay? So that's what is going on here. The world is moving towards a cashless society and moving towards a society that actually uses digital payments, and that main way of paying for things is going to be the microchip. Okay? So let me go back into this article. I'm going to jump down here. It says, regardless of Americans' long-time preference for plastic in most transactions, which also includes the card. You know, they say paper or plastic. The reason why the credit card was introduced was to move you towards the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And then they actually put the chip. If you have a debit card or credit card in America, that is the technology. That microchip is in your card. But what's going to make it the mark of the beast? Because the same microchip is in your smartphone that you use, your iPhone, your Samsung Galaxy phone, your Android phone. All right. All that same technology is going to be, it already is in these implantable microchips, which is going to be the new identification, the new way of payment, okay? The new medical device that is going to be made mandatory out here in this society very soon, okay? And that's what you have to understand, man. All right, it says, regardless of Americans' long-time preference for plastic in most transactions, many of which take place online, which is why you got Amazon and these other online retailers making a lot of money. And there's also, like I did a video earlier today, a little while ago, all right, an hour or two ago, on the fact that these actual department stores and these retailers are shutting down these storefronts, because these main companies are moving towards online and digital transactions, buying and selling. And that leads right into what I'm going into in this article with these cashless payments, which is going to eventually lead to the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. It's all the Internet of Things. The Internet is the new wave. Just like going back to the late 1800s, early 1900s, with the Industrial Revolution, this is what, with the early 2000s, you had called the Internet Revolution. All right, and we're moving towards a global Internet revolution now. All right, going into 2019. Okay. So it says research by the Federal Reserve found that cash is still king in terms of Americans' daily lives and usage, and as the study concluded further, this remains true across all income levels. Not only is cash used frequently for small value and in-person purchases, it is also used by a wide array of consumers. And that's mainly you Israelites, because you are the main consumers here in America. Edomites too, but also you Israelites, so-called Black Spaniards and Native Americans. Y'all get your check at the end of the week and you cash it out. Well, that's going to come to an end, because I'm telling you, at the same places that they have these cash for your checks, or they cash your checks in these different spots, they have Bitcoin machines. Here, where I live in Atlanta, all right, Georgia, all pretty much in these areas where Jake live, they have these Bitcoin machines at your local gas stations, convenience stores, okay, your liquor stores, your package stores, okay. You know, your different grocery stores, because everything is going to move to digital currency and digital payments. All right. So it says here, the data on cash, or the data, however you say that word, all right, on cash used by household income provides two main insights. First, consumers make on average 14 cash transactions per month, regardless of household income. It is also noteworthy that cash was the most or second most used payment instrument regardless of household income. indicating that its value to consumers as a payment instrument was not limited to lower income households, which is talking about Jake, you Israelites, that may be less likely to have access to an account at a financial institution. Because a lot of you Jakes don't have bank accounts and credit cards and things like that. You know, you get you a rush card or another digital another card outside actual banks, and you use that. There's nothing wrong with that. But they count that with their data. When they actually tally up these surveys and things like that. Okay. So what they're going to have to do here in America? They're going to have to get you people used to using digital payments. And it's only here at GMS that we push the use of this technology, and that the mark of the beast is the microchip. You're only going to get the truth and the true understanding at Great Millstone Israelites, man. Starting with the apostles, the elders, the teachers, the prophets, the priests, all right, the leaders, captains, on down, man. That's just that's how the Lord has these things set up. He's using the prophets here, because we're all prophets, to push this truth. Okay. It says, but this reality is now pushing up against the new trend of the cashless restaurant, bar, and retailer, and creating awkward and frustrating situations for consumers. As a new Wall Street Journal piece chronicles, in one scenario, a customer had to intervene on another's behalf and play personal bank for a card-only salon, even though there was plenty of cash on hand offered by the woman who couldn't pay. So even though the woman had cash, the salon was like, no, we only do digital transactions. It's convenient, and like the article said, it's safe for the employees. It goes through the bank. It's authorized. It's a lot of paperwork, less paperwork that comes with cash. They don't have to worry about that Brinks truck. What's that truck that comes through? The Loomis Bank truck that comes through every week and actually takes the cash on hand, takes it to the bank. It's a lot more stress for the workers and those that work the actual cash register, these grocery stores, salons, and other stores. Okay, that's why it's all about. The main way for them to push this digital currency and this microchip is through convenience. Okay. So I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna get ready to end it. It says, ironically, as the Wall Street Journal story notes, this created an emergency, and they've had commercials on this. Are you using cash? Because they want to move the world towards digital payments. So it says Sam Schreiber was mid-shampoo at a dry bar blow-dry salon in Los Angeles when someone from the front desk approached her stylist with an emergency. A woman was trying to pay for her blowout with cash. There was this beat of silence, says Miss Schreiber, 33 years old. She literally brought $40 in cash, and people got a problem with that. But that's because the minds of the people, they're already prepped for digital payments, man. The debit, the credit, the card, the chip, and the different credit and debit cards. People use that, more and more. So it says more and more businesses like Dry Bar don't want your money, the paper kind, at least. It makes things awkward for those who come ill prepared. After all, you can't give back a hairdo, an already dressed salad, or the 2 beers you already drank. All right. So things are. Let me read this here. It says, and in another situation where someone simply wanted to order a salad, but was refused upon presenting $20 cash. All right. The rejected customer slammed the policy that created the whole awkward situation as elitist. Because who's behind these digital transactions in this movement? The elites of Esau. All right? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the central banking families. Okay? All right? The customer recounted for the WSJ Jacqueline Benton, 30, visited a sweet green near her office in Reston, Virginia last summer with $20 cash, but no credit or debit card because she had forgotten her wallet at home. When her order, and more likely, she went to the bank, showed her ID, and they allowed her to get cash out, all right, from the teller at the bank. So then she probably went to get whatever she was getting with $20 cash. It says when her order, and that's how these scenarios work. But the world is changing, man. Okay. It says when her order was ready and she went to pay, the cashier explained that the restaurant doesn't take bills. It's almost like when your credit card gets declined for silly reasons, says Miss Benton, who works as an event planner. It makes you feel like you can't afford it, even though I had the money right there. Miss Benton has no plans to go back. It feels very elitist, she says. A Sweet Green spokeswoman said its decision makes his team members safer amid the risk of robbery and improves the cleanliness and efficiency of the restaurants. I don't know how not using cash improves the cleanliness, but this is basically where they want to move towards. Okay? Let's see. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to read the end of this. And I'm going to leave a link as usual on this article here, and let brothers, read it and then, have fun in the spirit, with this information, It says though we are unlikely to ever reach a totally cashless society, and that's actually not true. I just read the prophecy in Revelation the 13th chapter that the mark of the beast is going to have the whole world, everyone, rich and poor, free and bond, cashless, using the implantable microchip, charagma. Okay? It says the disturbing trend does bring up interesting questions of privacy and transacting off the grid. Likely those advocating for a no-cash future will be the same ones pushing for greater surveillance power of the state, which is your New World Order. It says is quickly happening right now in places like China. That's the first test state for this New World Order, man, where it's Orwellian social credit system. All right, now what I want Akim and Agwalk to do, if you haven't seen it, if you got Netflix, look on Black Mirror and look for the episode in season 3. Look for Nosedive. That's what you're seeing right now in China. Okay? And this is the future of the world, and especially over here in America. Okay? It says, all right, so it says, where its Orwellian social credit system seeks to abolish any and all private transactions altogether, because the elite want to control everything you do with a microchip. But it starts with removing cash and moving everybody towards digital transactions. But with that, I'm going to end it there. I hope you all were edified. All praise is going on. It goes to Yahweh Bashmiyan Washai, Bashem Kwadash. Till the next time, this has been GMS News and Prophecy. Or the market. Actually, this is the mark of the beast. All right. Another lesson dealing with the mark of the beast. Shalom.